All right, so today we're looking at my bat collection. So I still have a ton of bats that I used during my career. We're gonna look at like 10 to 15 of them today. I probably have hundreds of bats, literally hundreds of bats. We were just cleaning out over here. I got a little new shot here. I'm not gonna use this background very much, but I needed more room because I have all these bats laying all over the place. So we went and cleaned out this back room right here, and I had just bats and more bats, and so it's interesting. There's stories literally behind all of these bats. I started to go through them, and I can remember exactly where I used them and why I used them, and we have different models and all different things. We have teammates bats and everything. So let's go through them today. I want to give you everything there is to know about bats when they come to mind, especially wood bats, because most players use metal bats. I used metal bats in high school. My senior year actually went to a wood bat. For some reason, Massachusetts changed to wood bats for my senior year of high school. But then in college, it was metal bats. And then you get drafted, and you use wood bats actually a little bit in the Cape Cod League, which is a summer league. If you don't know, I think a lot of you actually do know. And actually, hold on, I actually do have one bat. Let's just start there. So during college, I played in the Cape Cod League, which is a summer collegiate league. It's probably the best league in the country. Great time, played for the Falmouth Commodores, and this was my bat right here that I used. So I knew nothing about bats. They literally, it's just an ash bat. It's an academia bat. And they just handed out, I think you got like 2 bats there. And this was one of them. This one actually ended up breaking, but I signed this one. I don't know why I signed it and then kept it, but I autographed it. My autograph has changed quite a little bit since then. So this is an A51033, which I'm assuming is for a 33 inch. It's my number 9 on the bottom of it, right there. So this was one of the first wood bats I used, or I should say the wood bat I used while in college playing in the Cape Cod League. So we'll start with that bat right there. Now you go to pro ball, and you don't really know much about bats. I had no clue about that bat. I just used it because it was free and they gave it to me, all right? I don't know, I swung it. So you get to pro ball, and the first thing that happens is you are supplied. When I was with the Padres would give you 2 bats, but they would give you basically they were called pro stocks, okay? So they were very, very lower quality bat. You're not gonna see a major leaguer swinging a pro stock bat. They were Louisville Slugger bats. And again, you could pick a couple different models. You could pick a 243 model, which is a bigger barrel, C271, which is a little bit of a smaller model, a 141, which is, I think, more maybe like a medium-sized barrel. Can't remember everything. I swung a C271 for most of my career. The first year I swung a 243. Now, I actually don't have one of those here because I only swung it for a little bit that year. It was way too big of a bat for me, way too top-heavy. But I was going through, and that's not it right there. Let me see if I can find it. I found, okay, so here's one where this isn't one that I actually used early in my career. I don't even remember where this bat came from. But here it says just Pro Select. It's just a Louisville Slugger, C271. I actually don't remember where I got this, but one thing you notice is my name is not on it. So I had to have swung this bat at some point early in my career. Again, I don't know why this bat is actually in here. I don't really remember swinging this bat. I remember all these other bats except for this one, but I wanted to pull it out because I couldn't find a pro stock. I didn't really have any pro stocks, and this is the one that I found that said Pro Select on it, and it didn't have my name on it. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, okay? Now what happens is once you get either on the 40-man roster, so when I got on the 40-man roster or when I'm in big league spring training, the team starts to buy you bats. And so you get to order, I think it was 3 dozen bats in spring training. And so these are the bats that I use. So here is the first one. So here's my C271, right? And so this is a M9, Louisville Slugger M9. It's a maple bat. You can see my name on it. You can see the San Diego Padres right there. So when you order bats, once you get the big league spring training, they're going to put your name on it. And wowzers, oh, wow. Okay, guys, I wasn't even going to talk about this today, but let me please, because I want to throw this bat away. It's probably why I still have it and never used it. So every bat, right, you have a lot of things that you can choose when it comes to bats. You can choose the color, so I always like to swing a black bat. You choose the length, so I swung a 34 inch. You choose the ounces, the weight of it, 31 ounce. So you can actually see it down there, 34, 31. And this is number 10 down here. So this bat actually is after I made my major league debut. This must have been later on when Ted Simmons stole my number and I had to go to number 10, right? Okay, so you also choose if you want a cup at the end or not. So I actually always like to have a cup. You can see here. There's a cup on this one. I don't know if you can see that. But on this one, for some reason, there's not. I don't remember swinging bats without a cup. I must have tried it this year and realized quickly that I didn't like it. So there's all these things that you can choose. But when you order bats, they don't all come the same. So you grab the bat, right? You would think they'd all be the same, but some bats weigh a little bit more or less than others. Some bats, the handle's a little bit thinner or a little bit thicker. When you swing a lot of baseball bats, you can feel the difference really, really quickly. Now here's the other thing, and this is crazy. I don't know if you guys can see this. This bat is literally curved, like completely curved. It looks like a freaking boomerang, okay? So clearly that's why this bat is still in my possession, because if I ever got this bat, right? And this happens, right? You get the bat and you're like, oh my, I mean, it is literally curved. I mean, I've never seen a bat that curved. So like this one right here, see if you can see that. That's perfectly straight, right? I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it's perfectly straight. This bat right here is literally curving this way. Can you guys see that? Let me try to just change the angle here a little bit. I don't know. But the second I pick it up, I just want to throw it. It's disgusting. All right, so that bat is completely curved. And this happened, like I said, and I would just take those bats and I would just not use them. So, but this is an example again of a C271 when I was with the Padres. All right, and this is going to get about 36 of these, I believe. Now, the next year I went to the Nationals. Not the next year, I played for 5 years with the Padres. But then when I went to the Nationals, I got the same exact bat, except this one says Washington Nationals on it. All right, so there you go. So I got my Nationals bat there. Same as I think. Now this one right here is nice. I mean, this straight, feels good. Yeah, I mean, that's perfect. I'd swing that right now if I could go back and play. All right. The year after that, I went to the Orioles. You'll notice here, I've got the, now it says Baltimore Orioles on. Okay, so you're going to see the same exact thing. I kept the same bat, right? Now let's see. Now look at this, guys. Now I don't know if you guys can tell, but you probably can't tell. Now I'm almost positive, and this is how I would know with my bats. Okay, so watch this. Jeez Louise, this is like riding a bike, guys. I haven't played baseball in forever, but listen, the second I pick this up, now watch, this is a C271 Louisville Slugger. It's the same exact bat as this. It's just a year later, but look at this. So when I held this bat and I said to you guys, I said, man, like this would be the bat I'd use right now. Just from grabbing it, and I haven't held a bat, again, I haven't swung these bats in years. I mean, this bat right here is from 2000 and let's see, I was with the Nationals in 2011. So 11 years ago. Right? And now this bat is from the next year, 2012. So this one's from 10 years ago. When I just pick these two bats up, they completely feel different. This one feels really good. I like the handle of the bat. I like the size of the barrel just by looking at it real quick. I go like this a few times and I'm like, yeah, I want to swing that. The second I picked this one up, I went, I mean, I looked at it, I went, but then I did this and I can already tell that the barrel on this bat is bigger than the barrel on that bat. This is heavier, the weight is distributed differently. I just don't like this one right here. Maybe that's why I stunk with the Orioles. I don't know. But even when I looked at it, like the way I could always tell, right? This is how I know if I like the barrel size of the bat. I grab right around this part right here, right around where they is. I put my fingers around it and I can get my fingers all the way around it pretty easily. When I looked at this bat, I said, oh, that looks different. That looks way bigger. Now watch. Look at this. See how I did it again? See how I can't touch my fingers there? So this bat is thicker at the top than that bat. I don't like big barrel bats. And so that might not seem like a lot to you. I'll do it again. Watch. See how I can touch there? I can touch that, and I can't touch on the other one. And I know it's not a lot. I gotta really try. I can't get there. Okay. Right, so like I don't know why, I would just take the bat and I figured out that I like certain bats to be that, and I would always go like this, boom, and if I can touch my fingers just like that, I know that I'm gonna love it. I guess I could do it by looking too. So this one go in the trash. I don't like that one. All right, but anyways, there you go. Now, let me give you some other examples of bats that I used during my career, okay? So now this one right here, let's do, now this one. Now one mistake I made one year is when I got huge. I got like really big one year. You guys follow my channel, you know I weigh like 223 pounds. I thought, all right, now I'm big and huge, so let's go to a bigger bat. So I went to this Max bat right here. It's a B21. All right, now this barrel's big, and I remember, oh my Lord, and I went to a 34-32, so I went up an ounce. I thought I was so strong that I could swing it. I couldn't swing it. Like, it was just too big of a bat. Now, if I do this, now watch the difference here, guys. Look at that. Do you guys see that? See how far away my fingers are right there? I know I would hate this bat now. Like, I have to be able to get my whole hand around the bat. And so too big of a barrel, the handle's too thick, the weight, it just feels so heavy down here. I mean, I can't swing that thing, okay? And that's why I went away from that. I use that, not that Max Bat's a bad bat. I use other Max Bats. I don't have any here right now. But the B21 was just way too big for me. All right, let's see, what else do I have? All right, so here's an example of one bat. Now, this bat's huge too. Now, every year in spring training, companies will come in, like this is X-Bat. I don't know, does X-Bat even exist anymore? I don't know. But companies will come in and they would try to get you to switch to their bats. Like I always use Louisville Slugger. But they would come in and be like, hey, Matt, want to try out an X-Bat, whatever. So I remember sitting in the Padres clubhouse and they came around and they were like, hey, you want to try Manny Ramirez model? And I was like, I love Manny Ramirez. Yeah, I'll try his model. And then they made it for me and they put my name and they engraved my name in there and stuff. Yeah, I hate this bat, okay? I hate it. It's way too big for me. Like, again, I'm not strong enough. I was always really big, but I don't know why. I can't swing, like, heavy end-loaded bats. And again, look at that barrel. That barrel's humongous. Like, there's no chance I'm using that, okay? So they made me the bat. I basically took it just for free, I guess. I don't even know if I even tried it. I finally got it back when they engraved my name. I was like, yeah, I'm never going to use this. Okay. Now, here's an Axis bat. Now, this is interesting. I used Axis bats for a little bit, and I really like Axis bats. But something happened in this order. I vividly remember I was with the Nationals, and they sent me this bat, and I remember I was low on bats, and I ran out, actually, and I needed a rush order. So I called up Lou, and I was like, Lou, I need bats ASAP, man. Like, get them in quick. And so he sent me these. But something happened because I remember I got them, and I was like, thankfully I got, like, bats obviously are super important to you, right? You can't just pick up anyone's bat. Some people can, I guess. I can't. I can barely hit with my own bats. And I remember I opened the box of bats and I grabbed it and I went like this and I went, oh no, immediately. It was like, because the handle, something happened with this order. The handle of this bat is way too thin. Again, I don't know, you guys, you can't probably see how thin that handle is. But I grabbed, immediately, I was like, Lou, something happened. I can't swing this bat. Now, the barrel size is perfect. Look at the barrel size right there. Like, perfect barrel size, but the handle way too thin. So I don't like it. Can't swing it. All right, so I ordered a ton of those, and I just never swung them. I got a bunch of them. Now, what else do we have here? Okay, so now I guess, like, random bats. Like, here's a Chase Headley bat, and some of my teammates, like, I used to trade bats with some guys. So, like, Chase and I were teammates for a while, so I don't remember if I gave him one of mine. He probably threw it in the trash, but he gave me one of his. And, so actually, one of the reasons I think I went to the B21 one year is because Chase had a really good year, and he swung a bigger barrel bat. So I was like, I'll try a bigger barrel bat. Didn't work for me. But you can see, again, if you go like this for Chase's bat, I can't get my fingers around it. I know I'm not going to like it. Handle feels okay. Not a huge fan of the handle, but the one thing I like about the C271s is that there's a flare down here. I don't know if, again, you guys can see that. So you see that little bit of a flare right there. So I always like the bottom hand, the handle of the bottom hand to be thicker than the handle of the top hand. So I like that. This one right here, not really a flare, just like the idiot's bit of flare. Yeah, I don't like that one right there. All right, sorry, Chase. Good bat, good hitter, but I can't use that. All right, here we got Will Venables' bat here. So I must have traded with Will, or maybe I stole it out of his locker. I'm not really sure. But Will's now coach with the Padres. And so here's an S318. He went with no cup right there. 34-32. And so a little bit bigger barrel. All these guys are swinging bigger barrel bats, and I just was not a big barrel bat guy. This one right here, what is this? This is a Buster Posey bat right here, C243. So C243, this is the bat actually that I swung my first year with the Padres. Like, look at how huge that, that's way too big of a barrel for me. All right, so right here, Buster, Buster was awesome, but there ain't no way I'm swinging this bat right here. So, but this was the very first bat I used for the Padres, a C243, and I could not hit a home run with it or anything. I couldn't hit anything. Let's see. Oh, here's another one right here. So this is actually an interesting bat right here. This is from China. We played, when I was with the Padres, we played the Dodgers in the first ever professional baseball game in China. And so as a gift, we got a bunch of gifts, but one of the gifts was that all the players got a bat. So kind of cool. 2008 MLB China Series, got LA versus SD right there. And so this bat right here, I would never swing this bat. This bat weighs like 50 ounces. I think Babe Ruth probably swung this bat. I mean, this is the biggest barrel in the world, I guess, because they need to fit a lot of stuff on there. But anyway, so there's an example of some of my bats in my collection. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. Again, some of these are traded bats that I have with teammates. Some of these are bats that I didn't like. I don't know. We could go through 1,000 different bats. Again, I have so many of them. The video would probably take hours and hours and hours, and I go through every single one. But I think the moral of the story is a bat is very, this is interesting. Put it in the description box below what your profession is, and if you use tools, right? So like, if you're a carpenter, if you build things, like, can you tell the difference? Like, I'm sure you can. I'm sure everybody can, right? I'm sure even if you don't work with tools, anything that you work with, right? Like, you get used to something, and that's the way that that's the way you like it. Same exact thing with bats. And the smallest little difference is that maybe if I gave this to like someone else, they'd have no idea. And again, it's been years and years and years and years since I've held any of these bats. But like the second I grab onto it, I like immediately go right back to where I used the bat, and I can just feel and remember exactly what I thought, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. I puked when I took that one. Where's that boomerang bat again? Oh my, like this one right here. Gee, what is this? And like guys, someone might say, oh, it warped over time. No, like this happened a lot. You get a bat in and literally, I grab the thing. This one I didn't even have to look down. This one I can see from here. But I would always grab it, do this a few times, do that, and then hold it out and look down it. And it had to be straight. It cannot be curved like that. Like there's no chance I'm swinging that bat right there in the game. I'm lighting that thing on fire. Anyways, let me know what else you'd like to see. Any questions about bats, put in the description box. Not the description box. You can't do that. I can do the description box. You guys can. You can do the comment section, though, so you can comment down below. That's all we got. Let me know what you think about my new background here. I got my son's little basketball hoop over there. I got a couple jerseys, my Wake jersey. What do I got? I got my this is my MLB debut jersey, and then this is the jersey they gave me when I was drafted by the Padres in the first round. So anyways, that's all we got. We'll talk to you later. If you've got hitters that you're looking to improve before the start of next season, this is essential for you. Matt Antonelli here, former Major League player, first-round pick, and college coach. With this course, we're going to show you exactly, step-by-step, how to generate power, develop bat speed, and enhance swing mechanics. Regardless of your hitter's age, this course is going to deliver advanced hitting techniques that will allow any hitter to get better and make an impact at the plate this spring. We have a full catalog of training content that you can access from anywhere at any time. This course is perfect for players, parents, coaches, instructors, and more. It offers a comprehensive package of drills and techniques that you can directly implement. Our course has helped hitters all over the country at different competition levels, and the feedback that we've received has been outstanding. The work you put in now will drive your success at the plate this spring. Get the essential knowledge that you need to take your game to the next level.